Hello, Paula and Mindy. So for the reflection plan of the future, that is a part requested within the lesson plan number 2. You're asking me to imagine I finished facilitating this lesson, and I know I will be offering next semester, and then taking some time to reflect on the teaching and learning experience. I should pretty much know, and based on what I've learned, how I'll be able to use that and some of the strengths and I guess the weaknesses or areas of improvement, so I could like use it again for the next semester, and then provide a positive impact on the learning experience of students. This is a very interesting take on the preparation of the lesson plan, because of course we should always strive to use the past experiences that we've learned, and the knowledge that we've gained throughout, like all the years that you've been teaching, so that you can actually use it and help yourself improve your lessons in the future, and that makes a lot of sense. However, the problem, I would say, in my case personally, is I've never actually taught statistics. I was a teacher assistant, but I don't have experience teaching the subject itself. However, I can, as you said, imagine, right, that I taught it, and personally, I would feel like the results were good. Um, I'm trying to remember the way I learned the class, or the subject, when I was back home studying engineering, and I remember it being very fulfilling. I found it very interesting, and I think one of the most important reasons for me to ever have liked it that much was because my teacher was amazing. He was very smart. He was very kind. He was funny. And he was able to make us feel interested in the subject, not just because of the way he taught things, but also because he really focused on trying to make us understand how important it really was, how it is involved in every little thing that we do. Probability has become the ultimate tool for humans to evolve, and everything that we use, everything that we manage today is based off on probabilities, on statistics, on management of data, right? So I think that's actually a very interesting take on this. So the first question that you're providing is, what self-reflection questions will you ask yourself that focus specifically on your teaching? And that goes on a much deeper level, I think, on how you are as a professional in general, and then of course focus on teaching particularly. But overall, the kinds of questions that I would ask myself that focus on my teaching are ones that I would also ask for myself as a professional, regardless of the subject that I'm, or the task that I'm doing. And that would be, am I being responsible with the development of the tasks that I'm supposed to do? In this case, teach, right? Am I being responsible on, providing all UDL resources that are needed to complete and allow all students to participate in the class? I thought about things. I wrote some things like, how is the learning process coming along for students? Am I providing a good bridge towards students and the knowledge? What am I proud of, right? Like what achievements I've accomplished, what kind of struggles I've dealt with the students. Was there any topic or any subject or any theme that provided or caused problems when I was teaching? Was there any concept that made it difficult for students to understand? Was the problem solution process that I'm using useful for them? Was it clear for them? Am I, again, going back to like me as a professional, am I doing a good job? Overall, like, am I actually using all the tools that I have? Am I being creative enough to make sure that they get this and they understand how important this is, and actually find a way to commit themselves and engage to the topic, right? And what self-reflection questions will I ask myself that focus on my learners on the learning experience? So on my learners, I would pretty much try to understand them. I would try to understand my students, because if I want to provide a good service and a good teaching process, I need to know my crowd. I need to know what I'm supposed to provide to them to make it interesting for them to engage, right? So of course I would try to like develop some kind of pattern to allow me to see what's needed for me to like reach them. And then in terms of the learning experience, again, nowadays, all the based on all the things that we've seen throughout the this last few weeks, there's so many tools and components and ideas to include plans, right? So I would make sure that I'm using the best possible scenario every time. What kind of plans to use, what kind of components to consider, if I'm making things feasible for everyone to understand. Is it understandable? And again, making good use of all those tools, just to make sure that the process is as productive as possible. Thank you.